And we're back. Hello, you have the music. I will make sure... What? Why are you... There we go. Game is up. And as you can see, I've changed this to try a new... What? Why are you doing snoring? Oh, sleep. Right. Okay. Right.
I thought you would have cottoned onto that and ignoring me deliberately.
No. Resident sleeper remotes in chat, if you please. Thank you. Yeah. So I've
Dreadful food up.
made a little bit of a change to the appearance of this scene.
Yes.
Which
We
is...
now have little lighty uppy bubbles.
We do. It is currently in development, so it might suck.
Hey, we have a...
Yeah, goodbye. You will be obliterated by Twitch in the next few days. Get out. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, Darby's sleeping.
Welcome in. This is the lovely opening screen for Citizen Sleeper. Which is, I think, for me, probably about the point at which I decided, ooh, I like this game.
Oh, I like this game, yes.
Because this theme is lovely, and there's another game development might suck. Yeah, that's fair. What was I saying? Yeah, like just this music, like, frankly, had me hooked. It is by Amos Roddy, I want to say, who I think uses they/them pronouns, if I'm getting that correct. And they have done soundtracks for a number of other things, like the Kingdom games, like Kingdom 2 Crowns and stuff, which we've enjoyed a lot of.
Yes.
And
apparently confusing our faces are on the opposite side from what they usually are.
Oh, that's true. I just... Well... are we okay to proceed like this? Because it would take a minute. I can change that around for the next one if people prefer. Yeah, as I say, this is a work in progress layout. So things probably won't work exactly. They'll probably be once around like, wait, why is that doing that? Yeah. But yeah, hopefully this works okay. And this is Citizen Sleeper, which we have played before. It's specifically I played and streamed Lucy's Way because that's how we tend to do a number of single player things. Yeah. Occasionally, like, you'll pick up a game or I'll like buy it and say, hey, I think you'd like this one, do you want to play it? Yeah, and then it turns out that you absolutely hate it, like Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. But, you know, put that aside. Yeah, a lot of people seem to really like that game, but it was not for you, someone with an actual interest in the history that claimed to be about.
I had so many problems with that game.
I mean, I found a lot of what I would call plot holes. I hate, plot hole, therefore bad, but genuinely, there are just so many things about it that don't actually hold together that it just all falls apart for me.
Greco-Roman temple under a Bronze Age barrow.
It's just a lot of things that are like, well, folk horror has this, so we'll have that. Why? Because it's in folk horror.
Yes.
Okay.
Does anything happen with it? No.
Here's a weird little girl playing the fiddle. Why? Yeah. Why she play it? So that you can get the fiddle and solve a puzzle later. Yeah. But this...
Anyway, we're not talking about that.
No, this is good. But yeah, we have played this before, so we are familiar... Oh, click to start was not working. There we go.
Ooh, a little while ago, though.
Yeah, so we're starting again. More stuff has been added. If you want to hear Lucy do a Cinema Sins treatment, but Cinema Sins is also bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you want just me to rant about Hobbs Barrow, then I will happily do that.
Alright, let's go back to the talking scene. And
no. I mean, yeah, Sam and I. So I was gonna say, Sam can rant about it on a gameplay perspective. I'm happy to rant about it for various other reasons.
Yeah, I would need to go back and like refresh myself on it, but just purely the story that it told did not in any way hold, like, it was real interesting for like the first third of the game, like the first couple of days, because it takes place over a number of days. We're on this now, sorry.
Yeah.
The first couple of days in game, very interesting, and sets up a lot of mystery and does a lot of things right. And then as soon as it starts to actually try to pay off any of that intrigue that it sets up, or like do anything with it, like it sets up all these threads, and then it just the excavation of Hobbs Barrow, Parola. Yeah, as soon as it tries to actually do anything with these story threads that it sets up, it biffs every single shot it tries to take, and just does things for the sake of it. And again, this isn't me trying to do the cinema sins ding plot hole. Clearly this man says he likes chocolate, but in the next scene he's seen eating peanut butter. Ding plot.
I think it was just because it was like it set things up so nicely, and we were like, "Oh, okay, this is cool and weird."
Yeah.
And then it was just like, nothing happened.
Just pay it off. Just stick the landing. You've set up a bunch of interesting. Oh yeah, like here's a character doing something weird, and then that will just never be addressed for the rest of the thing. And so it's like that felt kind of a significant moment when it happened, and you just
it was like the rug was just pulled out from under your feet, and it's just like, there is nothing to this world. You've just sort of strung a bunch of things together.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, chat, I actually did a VA audition for the voice of the main character in it, and I am so glad I didn't get it.
You would have just sat there the whole time going, do you want some
apart from the fact that the woman who did do it mispronounced tumuli.
But also she does stream on Twitch and has been in she was in Baldur's Gate 3.
Tumulus.
I forget who she voiced in Baldur's Gate 3.
Karlach.
It might, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Like there was nothing wrong with her. Like she was. Her performance
she was great.
Fine. It was just like oh boy, this is like special interest, and you Yeah. Anyway, we should carry on with this.
We should play this game, which we both enjoyed from start to finish.
Yes.
How?
I am not a voice actress, no, but I had a go. It would be something that both Sam and I would be interested in actually trying to get into a bit.
Yeah, if you actually know anyone that's casting, give us a shout.
Not even kidding.
Yeah.
Lucy is a Renaissance woman. Oh boy. AKA, there are too many things that I'm interested in.
Yeah, if you want something read, we'll talk about it. But yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yes, video game. So we'll do some voice acting now. New game. Let's pick this one. So this.
Oh, choose a different.
Hang on. What was? I literally just.
Machinist.
Right.
Machinist. Machinist. Whatever.
Yes. If they added a new extractor.
Used to be a farm vehicle.
Yes. Made a living fine.
An extractor. Oh yeah, the colours are beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, Salad's gonna love this.
Yeah, you are. And I don't know how flashy the visuals are, but this is less of an action game. So yeah, you may be okay with this one. I'm not sure.
Yes, it is a very pretty game
for you to. So I guess a bit of a brief. This is an RPG in kind of a tabletop RPG fashion. The way it works is that you, at the start of each day, excuse me, at the start of each day, you roll a handful of dice. They are, I think, D6s they are treated as. And those are then scores that you get to apply at your discretion to skill checks. So, it'll be like you need a score of 4 to perform this action, and you've got a dice that's rolled 5 on it. So okay, well I can spend that 5 on this, but there might be something else that you want to spend a 5 on. So okay, well then I won't do this action, but I'll keep the 5 for something else. The story, I guess I won't go too much into because we're starting from the beginning, so we'll pick up the story as we go. But it's generally a sort of I don't know whether post-human or transhuman is the right way for it, but you are. Well, again, we'll find it out as we go, but kind of a human consciousness in a robot body, and yeah, we'll get some story as we go. But this is picking our starting class, which gives us some basic stats. An operator. What?
Salad, are you very happy? Shapey character design too.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like this one, Salad. It's on Game Pass as well. That's where we're playing it. Yeah, operator. An operator works with drones and high-precision remote machines to perform complex tasks from a distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Are we particularly cerebral and precise? Perk, transfer intercept, chance to gain cryo on interface actions. I forget what cryo is. Is that money? Might be money. So no modifiers on engineer. +1 to interfacing. -1 to endure. Strength or strength of will. Okay. Or extractor. Extractors work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self-sufficient, and have a high level of endurance. We're not playing Billy T. McGonagall for this one, I've just realised. We're not doing that. That will probably end in disaster.
Yes.
Perk, photosynthetic skin. Sunbathe, dice action allows energy recovery at home. Metagaming, that actually feels like a real useful one to start with.
Yeah.
That's not... That isn't what we started with. No, it was.
No, you're a machinist.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I cannot speak anymore. Too much talk about languages.
Oh, that feels like... Yeah, okay. Yeah, if it's up to me, I feel like if we want to like give ourselves a bit of a... perhaps a strong, useful skill to start with, I would say this, but if we want another little guy... Wait, where are the little guys? Oh, that, yes.
That little guy,
yeah, we can take the operator. Yeah.
I have no
strong feelings one way or the other.
No. Oh, good way.
Oh no, human consciousness in a robot body is targeted specifically at you. Again, I feel like this one might test quite strongly with chat. I think there's gonna be a few people here who are gonna like this one and probably want to play it themselves. So let's take operator and see how we go. Yeah, give me a shout on the sound. I may need to turn the audio down a little bit more, but it's also very good.
Yeah.
Because that sting was quite loud.
Oh yeah, do you want to read?
I can do narration, yeah. The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect. The delay between thinking and feeling. Between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. Yeah, that's very loud. Is there a way? Why have you gone back up to 5? I literally loaded it up earlier and turned it down to 2.
It just hates you.
It does. Okay. Plus I'm sitting up. Bit loud.
Oh.
Yeah. That's right. Gamer mode activated. I'm locking in.
Shrimping all the way.
Yeah. Is this better? I can do that again as like a test. The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect. The delay between thinking and feeling. Between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. Where are you? It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Do we wish to think of that body or forget that body?
Poll and chat.
Oh, if we poll for everything. Oh, well, we can.
Yeah.
I'm happy to ask
We don't
chat
need
for
to
some
poll.
of these.
But yeah, chat. What do you think?
If we poll for everything, we will never get anywhere.
Yeah,
but
forever.
think of it. All right, we have a cool body. Wow, my body's cool. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day. The sting of blood welling from a fresh wound. The friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in, behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dulled nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Do we wish to remember the plan, or remember the others?
Yeah, I'm going to say the others.
The others? Well. Alright. It seems unanimous, alright. You remember there were 10 of you. 10 that could no longer stand the indentured work, the routines, the slow decay. 10 whose belief in their promised future was slowly dismantled day by day, until they realized they had sold away everything that could and would ever matter. 10 that would escape, or at least die trying. Some were lost in the shaft. Others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers. But the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough. Enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if, in the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reached any destination. Wait for the cold or try to rest.
We should try to rest.
Try to rest?
I don't know what chat thinks, but...
We can wait for some opinions in chat, since people are getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to rest. The sequel was announced a little while back, I think, but they did talked about it a little bit more. I think they showed off a bit more of it at a showcase over the weekend, and it is also coming to Game Pass, as this is on Game Pass as well. So yes, you are technically, that is correct information, Amos. Should we try to rest then?
Just do it.
But you are restless. It has been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. In the sense that it didn't exist before you perceived it, you are correct. Yes, in the sense of every millennial and below on TikTok, until you were aware of a thing, it did not exist, so this is your groundbreaking discovery. Thank you for sharing it with us. Time passes. The cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its senses. Then light. White as the cold, softer and softer until in a haze of dirty yellow a figure appears. You are out. And and we're here. Dragos, pragmatic salvager. It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. It still felt a little bit loud, I might just turn it down a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is Dragos, a pragmatic and private salvager. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. He looks awesome, and he has a little guy. I like Dragos. Would you like to...
yeah. So, Sleeper, you all thawed yet?
And what... Are we almost, or do we wish to stay silent? Because perhaps we don't know and trust this person.
I think we should talk.
Almost? Alright.
Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance than Sub-Zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky.
Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech. His headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches, its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare.
Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. It didn't last long.
You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he is just figuring out what to do with you. I plan to survive, what happened to them, or be silent.
I guess 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, or... Okay, what happened?
What happened?
All
yeah.
right. Yeah. He ignores your question.
I won't ask what led you to do it. To sell yourself to a corporation. And I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now. And you are just software. A rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property.
So I look back at chat and like, what happened? It's like, oh, the urge to catch you all up on everything. No, you're not alone. You remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy.
What you won't know is what's ahead. At least, the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. S&ARP wants to protect their property. But if they can't keep hold of you, well, then no one can.
You remember that too. Or at least rumours of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them, and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? I can't tell if that's separate or separate, like separate from your emulated mind, or separate from your emulated mind, that your body, but yeah.
Separate, I would have thought.
Yeah. Because I don't know what that's saying. Like your body begins to shut down and separate from your emulated mind. But yeah.
No, there would be a semicolon there.
Yeah.
If it were that thing, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But for now, Sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones.
Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard.
The eye is the best place you could be right now.
I'm going to guess the eye.
Yeah.
I imagine we'll... I'll just take that one for you, chat. Eye.
Aye.
See, chat agrees. Let's learn stuff, yeah.
The station. You'll see soon enough.
Dragos impatiently shifts his weight.
Look, I've got things to be getting on with.
He trails off.
There's an old freight... Every time. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you are welcome to it.
Instead of fright, is it you want to say?
Yes, it's because I made the joke in No Man's Sky of calling one of my freighters Thunderbolt and Lightning.
Right.
Lightning, and then my brain just collapsed.
Yes. Welcome to the English language, everybody. It's a new discussion around these parts.
Yep.
Something wells up inside of you. Emotion. Fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. So he's giving us a home.
Yay! Alright. Oh, excuse me. Alright, you head on up there. You look like you need some rest.
And with that, Dragos stalks back into the wrecks, his drones already converging on a rusting hulk, plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Tutorial introduction. Welcome to Erlin's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles. Thank you. Life on the Eye runs in cycles. No, it's fine. That wasn't meant to be like a passive-aggressive. Thank you.
I know.
Yeah. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. And you select locations by clicking on that icon. So this, you can sort of scroll around. This is the station that we're on. And sorry, what?
It's very cool.
Yeah. It's sort of a ring situation. And yes, and this is us. This is our character. We don't have any upgrade points yet, but you know, when you get them, you can use them to unlock different perks and bits and pieces. And these down here, this is cryo cryptocurrency, boo, stored in air-walled sticks of memory known as chits. So this is where our items are, and data, we don't get to that yet. That's fine. So let's go home. All cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. End cycle. That was also very loud. What is with the volume in this game? I may need to actually turn it down, like... I mean, the rest of it's fine, just every now and then. It is the next day, and we are in the container. You wake curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. Sounds fine to you? Okay, good. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake in now, strange and disjointed, its messages readable but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? Escape, getting answers, or building a life? What do we want, chat? What's our goal? Building a life? I'm good to go with building a life. Do we have any other takers?
Anyone else? You're just life.
Life. Yeah. Let's build our life. Maybe you did get lucky, finding yourself here. Maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container. The mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns, burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you've finished drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can, and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Right. Tutorial. Condition, action dice, and energy. Condition. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body, that is, this orange bar across the top. It depletes by 1 segment each cycle, but can be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. Mood. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition, now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. 2. Action dice. Action dice.
Let's get spoons.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. There is, as is, now we get onto the sci-fi talk, so often the case with good sci-fi, it is not in fact talking about this far distant fantastical world of like, oh wow, wouldn't it be really bad if things were like that and we treated people like that? Hey, guess what, it's an allegory for today. And yeah, this is going to deal with a lot of those subjects, such as, not what if we were paying people to essentially leave their body in cold storage while their mind was put into a robot body while they worked for a company that did not care for them and was effectively holding their body, their actual human body, prisoner so they could work the robot body like slaves. Does that sound familiar and relatable to anybody? 2. Action dice. As you say, essentially spoons. At the start of each cycle you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. Exactly like spoons. 3. Energy. You also need to eat to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. This is this third one in segments below the dice. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at a double rate per cycle. So, keep these bars full and have lots of dice to keep going. Fill things up and keep it that way. So we have one good and some very bad dice to use today. Eat good, starve bad. Yes, pro tip for life.
Yep.
Dragos is standing in the corridor when you close up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor you realize it is implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its cache of sensor eyes rapidly irising.
How are you feeling?
Chat, how would you say we are feeling based on the information we have just received? Not good? I would lean that way.
Yeah.
Alright. The drone chirps. Dragos nods. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. It's you.
Where am I?
Burns and blotches.
Sorry, I
That's okay.
for some reason didn't read that bit.
That's fine.
I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe.
He pauses.
So, I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work?
Do we want to... That might just be find out more information about the work. You have to go to sleep?
Sleep well, Salad.
Yeah, indeed. Sleep well. Thank you for being here.
And yes, I'm glad you like this.
Work?
Work?
Quoi?
Look, I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I didn't pull you out of that container out of the goodness of my heart.
He looks away.
At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old hulls down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for I thought it said crypto there for a second.
Well, it has said it is a cryptocurrency, but
yes, oh yeah, that's true.
This was not made by someone who is into cryptocurrency.
No. Occasionally we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap.
If I were to hazard a guess, I would think almost this is a dystopian hell as envisioned in the future. So of course they use cryptocurrency.
Yeah. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to the manual labour. And obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up.
I'm assuming that just means we'll get paid, so I don't know. Do we want more information on the money, or do we want to just got it and move on with our lives?
I reckon we've got it.
We got it? Yeah. He shuffles his feet nervously.
Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can. And Sleepers, well...
He trails off.
But, things being the way that they are for me at the yard...
He pauses.
I need the help.
Why?
Please do not have him explain crypto to us. Fair. Yeah, let's go with wire. Let's get some...
Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client, here or there.
He pauses, thinking of something else to add.
Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do.
Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him.
See you later.
He calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Right, so seems at the moment like our only options...
We're working.
Passage into the low end. After some spaces cause some trouble in the low end, yet again have imposed a toll for entry. No one gets in without paying. So if we have 60 cryo, we can go through here, but we don't, so we're not going to do that. And we just end the day. Oh no, we can't because we have to do things first. That's fair. Right. Tutorial actions. 1 of 2. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag your chosen action dice to the slot, which is these little squares here. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy, condition... actions reward you with clock progress, energy, condition, or items depending on the outcome. There are 3 types of outcome. Making a smoothie llama? Nice. It's a good one. So positive. It is yellow and things are better than expected. Neutral, the action succeeds. Negative, the action fails. Action dice affect these outcomes as follows. So a 6 is a guaranteed win. 5 is a 50-50. It's guaranteed positive for a 6. 5 is 50-50, positive or neutral, so you're going to pass and there's a half chance you'll get something good. A 3 or a 4, 25% good, 25% bad, 50% pass. And 1 or 2, 50% neutral, 50% negative. So that's... It will tell us this when we're actually looking at things, I think. It doesn't just expect you to learn and memorize this now. Actions display information about their type, risk level, and the skill and modifiers that apply to that action. So, a repeatable action is one you can, I think possibly even on that day, like spend multiple dice doing that thing if you want. Or at least it will be there the next day. I'm not... Is it actually saying that somewhere on there? No, it is not. Either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be performed once. Oh, okay. So it's... critical. I'm trying... Because I think my brain's going to like Disco Elysium, where you would have you would have the same thing of like, you can try this one as many times, as you like, or you get one shot at this action, and that's the distinction there really. Then the risk, either safe, risky, or danger. So yeah, safe, no loss of condition, energy, or cryo. Risky, negative outcomes mean cryo or energy loss. Danger, negative outcome means condition loss. Neutral outcome can mean cryo or energy loss. So basically, save your 6s for the dangers. Guarantee those wins. Skill? Wait, where's the 3? The skill that this action requires, either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. And modifier, either -1, 0, +1, or +2. This is added to the action dice when slotted and improves its value. Some actions require a +1 to perform. And this is all just, you can learn and infer this as you go, so it's not like vital to know this as you go in now. Right. So, we have 2 actions that we can perform, and they progress these little things here. In different ways. So let's stop and look at this for a sec, because if anyone has questions, do please feel free to ask them. It will probably, frankly, help me and Lucy to refresh the thought process of this.
Yeah.
So we have, repeatable action, hull dissection, or manual salvage. Hull dissection is risky. Manual salvage is safe. But the risky hull dissection is an engineer skill, and there's no modifier to the dice. Manual salvage has a -1 on it, so whatever we put in is going to be lowered by 1. Even the rustiest hull can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. And that progresses this back in business. In fact, they both do. They both progress back in business. Every salvager knows that they are always just one lucky haul away from the next payday. So when this fills, and I forget how fast it fills in these actions, unless it's just 1 per thing, when this fills up, a thing will happen. And this one, a debt called in. Dragos is tied up in something ugly, and if he misses a payment or 2, things could get nasty. So I guess, I'm trying to remember exactly how this functions, because that's a minus. So I guess it's you need to fill this one in, or something bad will happen, I think, is the objective. We can keep working on it the next day as well, right? We have to complete it today. No, these will take multiple days to complete. So how do we want to spend our dice? I feel like maybe the 2. Just take a chance on a 50-50 good bad.
Could try.
Seems.
Hey!
Oh, nice. There we go. Tutorial. Clocks. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad, is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Dragos' debt, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Oh, so this one, this is just, you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, effectively, until this one completes. That's a Blades in the Dark mechanic? Oh, right. Do I know Blades in the Dark? I don't know that I do.
No idea.
No. So, yeah, that is how these work. I don't know whether we... Blades in the Dark. It's an indie TTRPG about being a criminal gang in a Magitech Gothic city on a Dishonored. Oh, sick. Okay. guaranteed Trelawney will know about it.
Yeah, probably.
See that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whether we want. I feel like these probably both kind of have the same outcome, so maybe we actually just take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoothie
Welcome
done
back.
and delicious. Nice.
Nice. We are spending dice to do things. I guess. Tutorial, drives and navigation. In Citizen Sleeper you will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives, depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and any tracked drive will place a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. So sort of objectives, but framed as like, there's a thing I would like to do. Access your drive menu via the arrow buttons at the top left of the screen. Oh. You are now free to explore Erlin's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking the drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up and a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home when you are out of dice. Like whims in The Sims a bit. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Use the mouse wheel or W and S to scroll along the station. Rotate the view with A and D. Good luck. Right, so... Oh, I guess because we got the good outcome, we got a bit of cash, and we progressed that by 2.
Yeah.
So we have 2 active drives, I guess, which are repay Dragos. Dragos pulled you out of the salvage and set you up. Perhaps you can repay his kindness in time. Or survive. You need access to corporate pharmaceuticals, otherwise this escape attempt will come to a rapid end. Drive's also pretty common in indie RPG systems. This is neat. Nice, alright. I don't know whether we want to try these ones, because this could... It could go bad, I don't know.
I guess maybe play it safe for the first thing.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to spend them. I am wondering. Oh, hello. Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Helion system are rare, but Helion system are rare, but those that do always return eventually. So there's nothing here at the moment, but in a few days, something will happen. Shipyard. Okay, and here are some other goal objectives we can do.
Yeah.
You don't have. We can assist a shipbuilder. You don't have connections, but you do have skills. If you can get a shipbuilder to notice them, you might be in. So that's risky. 50-50, good or bad. Or haul materials. As a newcomer, you can only gain favour by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest yard yard hand where to take them.
I mean, I guess we probably shouldn't do that one.
Yeah, that is not with
really
ones, because that would give us a 0, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like just basically rocking up to a shipyard and just trying to ingratiate yourself and trying to do a bit of work, get noticed, see if they'll hire you on for something. But yeah, that if anything, we could do that one. But that also feels kind of risky. But I don't know. Yeah, can we? We can just end the cycle. Just leave these 2 ones, which might be the wise move if we want to play it safe.
Yeah. I reckon we should probably play it safe.
Sure.
To start with, at least.
Yeah, and this is another thing that will take several cycles to reach the Starwood Belt and return loaded with scrap from the old wrecks. So this is another thing that will happen in a few days. I want to mark it. Ask for directions, which is dangerous, or explore, which is just risky. Why wander when there are hundreds of people that live and work within the bright market? All you need is the courage to approach them, or explore. The smells, sounds, and buzzing activity of the bright market makes it a dizzying place to wander, but an enticing one too. And that will... So you build up local knowledge by wandering the market, if we wanted to do that. Which again is 50-50, good or bad. I don't know, how do you feel?
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's roll the dice. We already rolled it. Oh no, we lost some energy.
Right. Oh well.
Oh well, let's go. Let's not do that. Let's go sleep. We sleep there at the home. Container. 4 steel walls. This time you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, that shifting skeletal ring. Is it skeletal or skeletal? I never know where the emphasis should go.
Skeletal, I've
Skeletal.
always said.
Yeah? I guess I go
I think
skeletal.
it can probably be both.
Yeah. Skeletal ring surrounds you. Skeletal is what you've always heard. Either or, you've always said. Yeah, but I've always said skeletal. Short vowels. Yeah.
I don't know.
Skeletal.
I think it's
Or are you saying skeletal? I can't actually tell. Oh, Andy Pants said skeletal.
Everyone's saying skeletal, so maybe I'm wrong.
No, I've also heard both, and I'm just suddenly self-conscious about it. I feel like skeletal actually sounds more right here, but I don't know, skeletal ring.
We'll see.
For a moment, you are gone, absent from your own body. If you want to do any of this narration, by the way, because I realise I'm just reading everything.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I don't want you to
I'll
get
do
bored.
voices, I guess.
Okay. I'll do voices.
Oh god.
For a moment, you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colourless void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging on the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions, as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station. No, you feel the station, like a web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Observe or touch it. You've ever heard skeletal? Oh, fair enough.
No.
Alright. Touch the thing? Okay. Alright. Someone's been watching a little bit too much Prometheus.
Oh boy.
What does this alien thing do? Touch. Oh, no, I'm infected.
Oh dear.
You find a point in the station, and you connect to it, pulse through it, follow loops and paths under and around it. You touch more points than you have fingers, and then you try, in a moment of impulsiveness, to connect them. The flow passes through you so rapidly that you feel yourself being carried with it, splitting and separating, eddying and gathering. As you do, things occur to you. Things that you can't possibly know. You reach out, try to grasp them, try to touch them too. You notice a tugging feeling pulling at you insistently, as if it were a small child. Somehow, it is pulling in 2 directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to the dark steel walls. You feel a change within you. A shift. You close your eyes for a second, and you feel it waiting there, The station splayed out across your mind. A storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored. And then it is gone. Ooh, good dice. But only 3. And we're in a bad way, but we got some good rolls.
Oh yeah, we're starving. It's fine.
Yeah. Right. And we need to find a doctor. So... I wonder whether... steal dock plans? Havenage Security has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to get to know this place. And the most dangerous. But it's as... So we could... Getting to know the Rotunda doesn't just mean new places to visit, it means keeping your eye on new arrivals too. Okay. Havenage watchlist. The Rotunda of the old dock is filled with passageways and concourses leading to all kinds of docking bays. Havenage watchlist. Havenage run the Rotunda, and their security watches the docks better to avoid attracting no attention. So, these kind of feel like decent places to put a 6 maybe, but I guess we have more immediate pressing concerns.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like... I don't know, I wonder whether even if we just nail the ask for directions.
Oh, it could do.
So we're guaranteed a positive result from that. And that might actually... might help us find a doctor.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
Good. So that is now... you end up at a drink stall. I forgot, there's also text here to read. You end up at a drink stall, debating the finer points of the Solheim collapse. You try to remember all the tips your companions offer you. You have a sense of the bright market now, of its rhythms and rules. You decided you like it here. Nice. Ooh, a new drive. Build a ship mind. You heard talk of a fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange, and that a few fragments... with that and a few fragments, you could build a ship mind core. That's going to be difficult, but... yeah. But here we may have a doctor.
Next!
Comes the call from the enforcer at the door. This is the Hab block, a decaying habitation block. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You are thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying Hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will... You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. What are we going to do? Look inside, be introspective, or look at the enforcer? Look inside?
Pharmacist, look inside.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Good to go with that? Yep. Alright. Let's do that. Apologies to anyone on a delay. You lean against the door frame and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light filtering through a far doorway screened with plastic sheeting, beyond which blurred shapes move. The slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake.
Wait your turn,
he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice.
Send the next one in, Toshiro.
The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above it, and, for a moment, you are transfixed by the motion.
Come, sit.
Calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. This is Sabine, a doctor in the bright market. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink, and then quickly regain their composure.
Please sit.
They gesture to the bed, then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye.
Remain still, please.
Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face.
How long have you been on the station?
They ask, the scanner still to their eye.
I think we should answer.
Yeah, yeah, we kind of want to trust this person. I feel.
Yes.
Yeah,
They are. Trust them. They are literally a doctor.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take this one away from you, chat, and do this one. They nod.
It's good you came to me.
They set the diagnostic scanner on the table.
I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything.
They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin.
Your body is dying.
They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy.
S&ARP doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames, as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or, in your case, escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which S&ARP remains the sole producer of.
They look up.
Sound familiar?
Yes, no, or how do you know this? I'm happy to go for more information on this. So I guess a no or how do you know this might be of... I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. I mean, fair, yes. Yes, info. So, how do you know this? I think it might be the...
Yeah.
Yeah. They shift in their seat.
You aren't the first sleeper I've encountered.
You wait for more, but they go back to their inspection. Damn. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble.
I'm sorry.
Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else.
Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status.
They focus hard on the inspection of your arm.
And S&ARP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market.
I think Joey might be at the door, 1 sec.
Oh, sure.
Nope, I was wrong.
Oh, there you go then.
Phantom cat.
Yeah.
Hey chat, does this sound like any sort of immigration policies or anything like that? That, you know, it might also not just be about, you know, technology and robots and creating a machine slave race, or the treatment of, you know, recognized citizens, but also perhaps immigrants too? I don't know. Maybe. What? No, never. No, absolutely not. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves.
I know little of this is of use to you.
They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something. Anything. Sabine turns to face you.
I may be able to help.
They sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door.
You saw Toshiro outside?
You nod.
He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds.
They look away.
But Yatagan has connections. Smugglers from the Starwood Belt. Mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance.
Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete.
This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive. But I think we can do it.
Why help me? As it's again sort of a
Ask.
call for more information. Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones.
Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead.
You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Alright. So we now have to wait because Sabine is trying to source us some stabilizer. We are starving, which I think is probably the first thing we need to accomplish.
Yes.
So that's going to take 3 days for some stabilizer. That's great. So yeah, we have... Alright. This is Emphas.
Hey, Emphas! We like
I can't
Emphas.
read this. Something...
An imposing, I think?
Yeah, I think it says imposing.
And
That-
an imposing street food vendor.
Okay, a rare complaint about the game. Put a background under this text because you've put white on light colours and it's, yeah. An imposing street food vendor, Emphas. But actually I'm just going to look and see what people are saying in chat. What do you mean? I went to the Twitter School of Media Literacy. I love having the blue tick. This is about robots or something. Yes, exactly. This is... Fortunately, none of this is real because, good grief, if we were to live in this kind of robot society where all these kinds of things happen, that would be terrible. No. No, we're not going to create the Torment Nexus. Sabine is always a cartoon now because of Road Quest. Ah, yes. And social commentary, my sci-fi. It's more likely than you think. Yeah. You're getting a bit of Scarlet Hollow from the music. Interesting.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. I guess my problem is I've listened to this soundtrack a lot, just independent of the game. So now all I hear is just I hear Citizen Sleeper music and kind of the rest of their work, of Amos Roddy's work. The bugs in Starship Troopers and Helldivers are the bad guys because they chomp people. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to kill the people that look like me, so therefore they're the baddies. Obviously, this is easy maths. Right, let's crack on. Emphas is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables in some red-flecked dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Do we approach, or do we just keep watching? What a mountain of a man. Oh yeah, that's Emphas.
Built like a wardrobe.
Approach, alright.
Yeah.
Ooh, descent. The first descent of the stream.
Ooh, okay.
I'm happy to sit and wait. See how this plays out. As in how chat chooses to play it.
Much more elegant than the English idiom, you know? Yeah, much more elegant than that.
But the English one is very funny.
Yes.
Oh, it's a master
It is
at
a
work.
good thing.
Oh, right, you want to see someone who knows what they're doing. I can... Ooh. Oh, more descent. Oh no. Are we gonna have to take the wheel? Watch.
We've got 2 for approach and 2 for watch.
We might still be able to get the food. I mean, perhaps if we watch, we might be able to, talk our way into some better food. I'm gonna go with watch, I think.
Alright.
Despite the queue, Emphas doesn't rush. He dresses each portion individually, squeezing precise slugs of liquid from an assortment of bottles into the bowl of torn leaves and bright slices before tossing them loosely together. Occasionally, a waiting customer might mutter something about efficiency, but Emphas remains steady in his process. Fungus can't be good. Exactly, I'm with you, Parola. Sorry, everybody. We'll try and find like a burger somewhere instead. None of this. After a while, the queue fades back into the crowd, and Emphas sets down his metal bowl and looks up across the burner to see you watching him.
I can feel your eyes burning a hole in my bowl. Free sample?
There we go, chat.
Free sample.
Shake your head.
No. Food.
He gestures neatly.
Come over.
The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. That's because he's cooking mushrooms. The earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire and your skin hardens in its glare.
I know you. You sleepers.
Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear.
A hard life. A lot of stories.
He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes.
I know.
You begin to tell him about your journey to the Eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his wok. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, and the endless cycles spent within it. Now it seems you tell him like some dream that you once had but can never forget. You tell him that the Eye excites you and scares you, and you are unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand.
Next time we can talk some more.
He smiles.
But next time, you pay.
He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner's side and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades.
Next time then, sleeper.
He waves you away and begins to oil the wok. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric pattern of circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pinpricks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. I'll be honest, I can't stand mushrooms. This makes it sound absolutely amazing. I would still probably try this. From the description, it's like, yeah.
Is this game how we get Sam to eat mushrooms?
No, because this is a hell world.
Yeah.
So, no. That's great. When you're done eating the fungus, you can eat the tray. It'll taste the same. The texture won't be far off.
Wow.
Thank you, Amos. Thank you. Alright. Food acquired. New drive discovered. Is it just get to know Emphis? Yeah. Emphis loves two things, stories and food. Maybe if you supply him with both, you can hear his story.
Yeah.
I think that might be something of a chat favourite to do. You want to make something with shrooms now? Fair.
Fungus trap.
Wait, that's just Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi,
no,
Thunder.
right, hello, welcome back.
Hope you're doing well. Oh, we think you're going to have cream mushrooms for dinner. I made a chicken and tarragon and mushroom pasta earlier. It was very nice. Llama, yes, I want to get to know Emphis and get a hug, maybe. Look at those arms. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people have had this reaction with Emphis.
Fair.
That sounds lovely. Yeah, it was nice. Thank you. That was
See,
a yummy meal.
We do have some cash. We could go back and get more to, like, top our hunger up completely. Maybe. I'm wondering...
You vote that Emphis should be our first priority now. Wow.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether we might actually want to spend some cash to get a little bit more food, because we were starving, and just to, like, bump this up. Because I think that if that goes down further, we lose more... I don't know. It gave us a tutorial, and I do not remember the exact correlation between... Maybe it's like when hunger is empty.
Yeah, I
fade.
zoned out.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we can try and play it risky and hoard our cash for now.
I mean, when do we want to be finishing, by the way? I'm just seeing the time.
We could finish at the end of this day.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's good.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, yes, I remember doing this. If you think we established that starving is bad, that's true, yes. The flow of chits and components in the exchange is complex, but a sharp eye and some tight trades might can net you a good margin. Yeah, I wonder whether actually... What is that? Or that there is a chance of bad. Maybe we don't do that yet. But that is another thing we can do. We can go there and effectively, like, play the stock market and kind of gamble some dice there to get some good outcomes. But maybe we should just spend these doing Dragos's work for now.
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea.
Gets us a bit of cash. It progresses. I mean, it's still a risk here, but this one actually progresses something that we need to do. So, I mean, just, yeah. Track that one for now. So, I guess let's give this a go. Come on, big money.
Yay!
Good. We got paid. Nice. And there's nothing we can do at home with our dice, is there? To, like, no, it's just end cycle. And that's... Our condition's not going to go up until we've got some meds. So I guess, yeah, we do this again? Seems like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Neutral.
There you go. Hey!
Okay, nice. Alright. All in all, 100% successful day. We've made a new friend, a new chat favourite friend. We found a doctor who's going to try and help us. We've had some of the best damn mushrooms anyone has ever tried. I remember thinking that before as well. It's like, everything about this sounds great apart from the fact that it's fungus, but, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll end the cycle there.
Yeah.
Like, let this go through if it's doing some end of day stuff, which it might.
Yeah.
Or it might not. Oof. Container. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. That's true. Corn is okay. I'm quite fine eating corn.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't taste or smell like mushrooms. Between the threads you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread across the ring. Through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops, that it seems almost impossible to pass. But you begin to try. Threads or nodes? I don't know how much of a difference it makes.
Nodes.
I will see if chat has any preference. Threads? Nodes. No!
Oh boy.
Threads are almost like yarn. You like yarn? Threads? Okay, threads it is. There are more threads than you can count. You choose one that passes nearby and approach it. As you inspect it, you understand why you instinctively chose the word thread when you first saw them. They are not single lines, but rough, fuzzy things woven from data strings of all kinds that go exactly like yarn. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There is so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. The first or the second? Should we just... Have you got a coin to hand? Because...
I do, actually.
Oh, Perella says two. Maybe the second? Alright.
Oh, I guess it's all two.
Alright. We'll just take that. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange, angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam. Testing you. Tasting you. Ew. The first thread leads out, away from the station into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. You open your eyes. Time is short. Dun dun dun.
Please ask for tasting people.
Yes.
Yes.
But there you go. That is where we shall leave it, on this sort of minor cliffhanger, I guess, of something in the station is now aware of us, and something out in space is looking for us.
Yeah,
and
sure, it's fine.
Yeah. 283 seconds since last save. Oh, how do I make you save? Oh, tutorial, the cloud. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the Eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. But be careful. These networks are old and strange. Click the I button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. So that is this, and these are the nodes and things, and we can do things with those. But yeah, there we go, and it has just saved. So nice, great. And yes, Citizen Sleeper 2 announced. Which will be more, and frankly it seems like everyone's enjoying this so far, so I dare say at some point once we finish this we'll get round to that when it's out.
Yeah.
You just achieved perfection in Stardew. Congratulations. That
Nice.
actually feels
well
like kind
done.
of a big moment.
Yeah, that
but
is
it's
impressive.
not an easy one to get. Nice
yeah,
one.
well done.
But yeah, like I say, everyone seems to be enjoying this, which is good. I was kind of hoping that this would be one. Like, yeah, I enjoy sharing things with people and have them go, oh yeah, that's really nice actually. So, yeah. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the stream for today and for this month, I guess, because this is our once monthly thing.
Yes, this is our Chillitrity
Indeed.
stream for the month.
For June, yes, it's June at the moment. Wait, hang on, what are we on? So yeah, we're gonna peace out and go. But thank you all for being here. It is Monday. Stephen is not on.
Oh, sad times.
I'm not sure if there's anyone else I particularly want to head on over to.
No, I guess we can just
peace out. Just leave you all here and go do our thing. Yeah, the other streams that I'm looking at are probably quite rowdy.
Yeah.
Like the Patrick Richards, the DJ I've gotten into watching. Generally quite a complete total shift from this. So yeah, we're gonna go the 11th of Pride. Yes, well,
yes,
10th on this side of the time zone, but
yeah.
So yeah, thank you all for being here.
Yeah, thank you,
Lucy, as well. I hope that wasn't actually boring for you, because obviously I'm sat there reading the most of it, doing the narration.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine. It's chill.
Okay, good. Yeah, are you reading on Wednesday?
Should be, hopefully.
Cool. All right, then do come back on Wednesday for continuing adventures of Pride Month and Prejudice Month.
Indeed.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess what is on. I should, in theory, be reading on Saturday, as is the plan. Trying to get back onto that schedule of regularly reading after. I went to YouTube and just looked, and it's just Pride and Prejudice, because I missed so many weeks with being ill and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you did have COVID, so
I did. That
kind of a decent excuse.
It sort of shuts me down for like a month. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go. Thank you all for being here. Look after yourselves and those around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we shall be heading off.
Indeed. Goodbye. We'll see you on the Discord.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Goodbye and good night.
Good night.
Bye.